All right, so ever find yourself stuck in that pre-meeting taxi ride, wishing things were just, I don't know, smoother?
Yeah, we've all been there.
Today we're diving deep into A2B Taxicabs, checking out their 2023 business brochure.
Sounds interesting.
It's like, can we dig up those hidden gems that transform those business trips from a hassle into, dare I say, enjoyable?
The dream. That's what we all want, right?
Right. And A2B, they seem to get that. They're pushing this whole partner thing, not just a taxi company, but a partner.
Yeah, I noticed that throughout the brochure.
So how do we, unpack that? What does being a partner actually mean for someone who's, slammed with work?
It's about understanding the pressures, right?
Okay.
Like even a tiny hiccup, a late driver, unprofessional, throws your whole day off. They're offering a solution.
Makes sense. And when we talk about things that can make or break your day,
Right.
reliability has got to be top of the list.
Absolutely.
Their brochure, by the way, it's like a symphony of dependable and punctual.
Which, let's be honest, translates to peace of mind. Imagine you're prepping for a big presentation right there in the back of the taxi. Do you want to be worried about being late?
No way.
Or do you want to focus on nailing that pitch? That's what A2B is going for.
We got this. You do you. Okay, speaking of focusing on what matters, let's talk about this driver tracking ID. At first glance, seems kind of basic. See where your driver is.
Right, but think about it.
Okay.
We track everything these days. Packages, food deliveries. Why not the same level of transparency for something as important as your ride?
Especially when it's work.
Exactly.
It's not just about knowing, it's the feeling,
Yeah.
right? Like, okay, things are on track.
Exactly. You can loop in a colleague, let your family know where you are, peace of mind.
Security, accountability, they get it. They're like, we know you worry about this stuff.
It's smart.
And it's not just for, one-off trips, pre-scheduled bookings, airport runs, even help for children, or maybe someone who needs a hand.
They're thinking about all of it, integrating into your routine, not just a one-time thing.
Long-term game. I like it. And it's interesting, flipping through this brochure, they really play up that whole local angle.
Local but mighty, you're right.
Exactly. What's the strategy there, you think? Why emphasize that connection when we're talking business travel?
Well, put yourself in the shoes of someone traveling for work, maybe to a new city. That local know-how is gold.
Oh, absolutely.
Knowing the shortcuts, how to dodge traffic, those little things.
Which can make or break your schedule.
Exactly. It's not just about getting you there, it's about getting you there efficiently.
Which, let's be honest, can impress a client or two. Oh, you know about this hidden gem of a restaurant. Okay, ready for the treasure hunt. This is where I really geeked out on this brochure.
Let's hear it. What'd you find?
Monthly invoicing, fixed price journeys, meet and greet service. They're thinking about those little things, the things most taxi services wouldn't even touch.
Which honestly often makes the biggest difference.
Right.
Imagine you land after a long flight, you're tired. Instead of fighting for a cab, someone's there with your name on a sign.
Makes you feel like a VIP.
Yeah.
And those small touches, they can really turn a stressful trip into something almost, dare I say, enjoyable.
Absolutely. And it's not just about feeling good. Fixed price journeys, monthly invoicing, that's practical.
So true.
No more receipt chaos, no surprise surge pricing. Transparency and predictability.
Music to a business traveler's ears.
Yes.
And, oh, did you catch this? They have an online client portal.
No way! That's huge!
No more shoeboxes full of receipts.
Game changer, honestly. Track your spending in real time.
Exactly. It's like they're saying, look, we know you're busy, so we took care of that for you.
It's about streamlining, integrating. They're not just providing a service, they're offering solutions.
Okay, so we've talked convenience, efficiency, but let's switch gears for a second. Safety. Can't ignore that, especially with business travel.
Absolutely. Has to be a top priority.
And they seem to get it. They talk about their driver background checks, the safeguarding training.
Reassuring, especially for companies who are responsible for their employees on the road.
It's not just about the ride. It's about knowing you're safe. And it's not just about, the drivers themselves. They have this whole passenger assistance service.
Oh, right. Yeah. I was impressed by that.
It's like they thought, what if someone needs an extra hand? A kid flying solo, maybe an executive who needs help getting around a new city. They've got it covered.
Shows they're thinking about everyone, different needs.
It's those little things that can make a big difference.
Totally. Anticipating needs. Going above and beyond.
Speaking of which, did you see they mentioned working with local authorities?
Yeah. Providing transport for schools, hospitals, even day centers. Kind of unusual to see in a business brochure, right?
Right. What do you make of that?
Well, it signals something. Like they're not just about the bottom line, they're part of the community.
Builds trust. We're not just here for the business deal. we're invested.
Exactly.
Which actually kind of circles back to that whole partner idea, doesn't it?
Totally. It's about relationships, not just transactions.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. Reliability, those hidden extras, safety, the community aspect. But before we wrap up, got to talk airport transfers.
The make or break moment for any business trip, right?
And they seem to have thought of everything. Flight tracking, so the driver's there no matter what.
No more panicking at baggage claim.
Pre-arranged meeting points, clear name boards.
Taking the stress out of those chaotic airport moments.
And they're upfront about the fees being all-inclusive.
Transparency, always a good sign.
Ties back into that reliability, predictability.
Exactly. They want your business, not just one ride.
So big picture, as we wrap up this A2B deep dive, what's your biggest takeaway from their brochure?
They really get it. The needs of business travelers, I mean. It's not about the journey, it's about the whole experience.
Making it smoother, less stressful, dare I say, even enjoyable.
Maybe. They've definitely set the bar high.
They've given us a lot to think about. So listeners, if you're looking for a taxi service that gets your schedule, maybe even takes some of that travel stress away, A2B Taxicabs, check them out. Until next time, safe travels.